got you guys. Excuse the camera imaging. I'm filming off my laptop at the moment because all my stuff's away at the moment. I've just got back in the van. Just an update really on the MOT and everything that followed from the MOT as well. So keep in tune. I'll just keep you up to date, guys. Let you know what's happening. All a bit of a drama again in Vanlife. Warm welcome to country, guys. Hope you're all good. Thanks for coming in and seeing what's going on in my life at the moment. As you know, my van, it was booked in for an MOT on the Wednesday when I came to Birmingham. I was only going to stay a couple of days and I was going to be off to the Isle of Harris, as you know, on another one of my Hebridean, Outer Hebridean Island tours. Back to the Isle of Harris, or up to Skye. Get the ferry from Skye and over to the Isle of Harris. It was all booked and everything. I booked the ferry a few weeks ago, and I came up to Birmingham. I cut short my East Coast tour because everything was going on. I came up to Birmingham to do my garage at Barrett's. My friend John, he watches my channel as well. It's a brilliant mechanic. I mean, a mechanic, it's like having a great doctor or a great solicitor or an accountant. They're a treasure, they really are, and he wouldn't rip me off. He was brilliant, and he's in Aston in Birmingham. So came up on the Tuesday night, drove the van up to the garage on the Wednesday morning, and John looked at me a little. He said, "Hi Steve, welcome in." He looked at me a little bit puzzled. He said, "You booked in today?" I said, "Yes John, I booked it in about 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago." And he says, "Oh shit Steve, I'm sorry, I'm double booked. I forgot all about it mate, because it was such a long time ago when you booked." I thought, oh crap. So anyway, he juggled some things around. He rescheduled me for the Friday. So I went in on the Friday, left it with him, and I was hoping it's going to be ready Friday night because I already bought the brakes and the master cylinders for the rear of the vehicle for him to fit. I wanted him to fit them and then do the MOT. We knew more or less everything was alright because we never had no issues on the last MOT. So anyway, went back to the flat with my daughter and the dog. The dog's a bit of a pain because my daughter in Birmingham, she's got cats and everything and children, and it's a bit of a pain with Skye about scaring the cats. And anyway, Friday evening I heard nothing from John. I phoned him up and he said, "We've got some problems Steve." I thought, no, here we bloody go again. It's an old van, you got to expect it I suppose guys. You really have got to expect it with an old van. But anyway, he said it needed some welding done. He said it needed the bearings shot on the front, and there's a couple of other little niggles as well. I think the hazards wasn't working, or the reversing light wasn't working or something. There's a couple of other things he found. I thought, oh blimey O'Reilly. So anyway, he says, leave it with me Steve, you know, I won't give it you back until it's sorted. He's that type of bloke, he just won't let it go until he knows it's safe, because he knows it's my home. I've known him for a few years now. Anyway, so I said, "Do you work Saturday?" He says, "We'll come in, one of the lads come in for a couple of hours Saturday, he'll try and do some work on it then, but I'll let you know." Anyway, so it turned into Monday, Tuesday. Still working on it Monday, and then he phoned me up about 10:30 in the morning and said it was all sorted. So lovely. So happy again. My van's sorted. All the MOT was sorted. Keep watching the video guys, there's more to come. The van's sorted, all sorted. So I went up on my bike. I used my bike to get back forth from the garage to my daughter's in Birmingham. It's round the corner at Aston from Birmingham, from where my daughter lives anyway. Bear with me guys, sorry. So anyway, I went to got on my bike, I went and collected it and went and saw him. He told me everything that was wrong and showed me the welding and the bearings and 1 or 2 other things that he did as well. Why all this was happening in the 4 or 5 days instead of 1 day or 2 days I thought it would fix. I actually cancelled the ferry to Harris because it left me on a bit of a time schedule shortage. Now I'm glad I did cancel it because you know, with this bill 550, that puts the Isle of Harris up the Swanee, I'm afraid, for the time being, which is... But we'll sort something out, you know, not to worry, we'll sort something out, and you know, these old vans, they do take some maintenance, they really do, and you guys help so much with all your help with the channel, with all my patrons and all my join members and all the heart comments as well, donation comments. You really help get this van through it, but we'll put it on the back burner. We'll try and do it perhaps next year, I'm not sure. So we've got to sort something out now for the summer. What I'm going to do, as you saw at the start of the video, we was heading west. So I'm just going to go west from Birmingham, because it's nice and close to get into Wales. Lovely Wales, I love Wales. Croeso I Cymru. I've been to Wales quite a few times, and there's 1 or 2 places I want to see. You know, I went to Anglesey for well over 3 months, and I really enjoyed that. Those videos were well received as well. So we're back in Wales again. We're heading towards Wales, and what I want to do, guys, is the Clean Peninsula. If I get my bloody words out. I'm still a bit fuming with everything that's going on. Bloody one dilemma after another. Anyway, so we're going to do the Clean Peninsula up there in Wales, not far from Anglesey actually, but I'm going to hit the mid coast of Wales, mid Wales, and work my way up the coast of Wales to North Wales, then round and onto the Clean Peninsula. Now, I've always wanted to do the Glen Peninsula. It's a lovely place, so we'll go up there. We'll have a look at the Glen Peninsula, and I'll get some videos out there, guys. I don't know whether this video is any good, filming off my laptop. So we'll go and do that, so I'm looking forward to that. It's just lovely to be back in Christine. It's lovely to have my home back again, it really is. And although it was nice seeing my family, it really was, but you know, 2 days turned into 5 bloody days. Well, it was over a week actually. Yeah, it was more than a week in the end, which I didn't want to do. You know, I just wanted to go in for a couple of days, get the MOT, and off I went. But plans don't turn out like that, do they, sometimes? But I do love the van, and the mechanic says on the next MOT it should fly through. He says there's no issues now, they've had a good search, they've had a good rummage, everything's sorted now. There might be a couple of minor things like indicators or whatever playing up again, because there is earthing problems with these vans. But he said it should fly through on the next one, so that's one thing I suppose. But I don't know what you do, eh? But I do love Christine. I wouldn't part with her for anything, even for a £150,000 brand new RV. I wouldn't part with her, I really wouldn't.
Discusses new TV drama, The Underclared. All this and more with Snare Argh at 7:15. But first this evening it's all kicking off at Ambridge, and someone fancies a frolic in water. It's the Cultures.
In the van, everything prepped, done my shopping, got my groceries in, filled my fridge, my dry store and everything, got diesel, make sure I got enough gas and everything, and boom, off we went onto the heading north onto the M6 up to the M42 and going over towards mid Wales. But I got about 50 miles out of Birmingham heading north, and everything's going fine. All of a sudden there's a bit of sluggishness in the van. I thought, what the fuck? It felt like a big truck was overtaking me, but there wasn't a truck there. You know, when a truck drags you back, as you know, guys, with RVs. And then I smelt, a few miles later, I smelt burning. And I thought, oh my fucking God, I wonder whether somebody had a fire somewhere. It smelt like rubber or a charcoal kind of weird engine smell. Then the engine started to get slower and slower, and I thought, no, here we fucking go again. You know what happened a year ago when I did the refit on the van, guys? After 6-8 months refit, the first big trip I went on, the bloody engine blew up and we had to find a second-hand one. That set me back months and took me bloody 6-8 months to bloody pay for. I thought, oh no, the fucking engine's going, Jesus. And the smell got worse and worse, and I had to pull over on the hard shoulder. And I jumped out the back of the side of the van and looked down the driver's side of the van, and there was smoke everywhere. I thought, oh my fucking God, the van's on fire. I thought something was burning underneath the van, either the heater or something. The heater wasn't on. The fridge or something, I don't know, or the exhaust. There was smoke absolutely billowing out from under the rear tyre. I thought, Jesus Christ, I'm going to lose the van. I was panicking. I was really panicking at this stage. You know what I'm like with my anxiety, guys, my depression after losing my girl, things like that. They can tip me over sometimes. There's vans rushing by as well. I was this close to vans whizzing by me because it was a driver's. I thought, oh my life. I thought, no, what the hell is happening? Then I looked at it closer and smoke started to calm down. The vile smell. The smoke started to calm down. I realised it was coming from the wheel itself, from the brake shoes and the disc. And I thought, the brakes have bloody sealed. That's why the engine was slowing down. I was getting sluggish. The rear brakes have sealed. Now, you know, we had new brakes and new master cylinders fitted on the MOT, which I've just left. You can imagine the state I was in. Jesus Christ, all bleeding mighty. What the hell is going to haul down on me next? He said all my exploits on Skye, guys. Anyway, I got in the van and just sat there letting it cool down, and I took it out of gear and just turned the engine on and roll forward, then turned it out of gear and it stopped. So obviously the brakes are bloody seized. So I got on the phone to the garage, to John, my mate. He's a good lad, honestly, he's a good lad. And he couldn't be more apologetic. He said, Steve, I don't know what's gone wrong. Someone must have come out of position or something on the brake shoes or something. And he said, I'll get a tow truck to you immediately. You know, obviously you pay for all that and everything. I said, well, look, John, I'm only about, I think I was about 40 miles away. I said, it's cooled down now, the smoke's eased off big time. I'll try and make my way back and stop every 5 miles or something just to check it. And he said, okay, but keep me informed. If anything goes wrong, I'll get the tow lorry and we'll come and get you, Steve. So anyway, I made my way back gingerly, very gingerly. And I noticed on the way back, it was driving a lot better. It wasn't sluggish anymore. So whether that initial lockup had burned off whether it's over adjustment on the brake pads, I don't know. Whether it had burned off the over adjustments, I really don't know. But it was a lot easier and it didn't seem to smoke. It was still smoking a little bit, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was. It was bloody red hot. You could fry an egg on the bloody wheel hub, honestly. Anyway, after about an hour and a half, just to do bloody this 40 mile or so, probably more than that, got back to the garage. They said they'd hang on for me. They found me while I was on the way to make sure I was all right. And they said they'll keep the garage out for me. Got back to the garage and they got on it straight away. It was quite late by then. And the lad that fitted the rear calipers and shoes, there was another, John did the bearings on the front, and this other, his mate, did the calipers and shoes. He was so apologetic, honestly. He was so concerned. He was really out. He said, Steve, I just don't know what's good. Anyway, we got it up on the ramps. I showed a picture. We got it up on the ramps and a little video there. We got it up on the ramps. Just having a look, see what the issue is. He said there's a certain tolerance of adjustment on these with the weight of the vehicle. So he may have just the tolerance on it was too much. He's going to slacken it off a bit, I think. That's all it seems to have been. Oh, carry on. We go up on the ramps and have a look, and he's saying it's the adjustment on it. He adjusted it too much apparently. He said with such a weight of a vehicle, 3.5 tons, you've got to get the calibration spot on. And what he said is you'd probably just burnt off that fraction of a centimetre for it to clear itself. Otherwise you wouldn't have really got back, because you would have set the bloody thing on fire and the van wouldn't have drove very well. But I said no, it seemed to clear itself after that first initial burn. Anyway, he got it up, he took them off, he took his shoes, he had to get his compressed air on the wheel first to cool it down, because it was bloody red hot. Could have set the bloody van on fire. I'll tell you, it was probably that close to setting the van on fire. I thought it was gone. I thought the van was gone. I thought any minute it's going to burst into flames. And once these things go up, you've got no control, guys. They've gone. They've really gone. I've seen it too many times before. Anyway, they worked on it for about an hour and a half. He really set it up. He realigned everything, and it was all sorted. They tested it and everything on the Roadrunner, and it seemed to be fine. as it was for the last 10-15 miles on the way back. So I don't know, guys. I mean, these things happen, you know. I'm not going to put the blame on them. You know, these things, I mean, I was a technician and a fitter all my life in computers and diagnostics and photocopiers, and I never got it right every time. All the fixes, some of the fixes I had to return to because they just wasn't calibrated spot on. I think this was just one of those cases. And this mechanic, he was so apologetic, he even shoved 40 quid in my hand as an apology and to pay for the petrol for me to come back. Now, what other garage would do that? I don't know, guys. So, oh, my life, oh, my bloody life. I don't need this bloody stress. I really don't. But anyway, she's done. She's dusted. I've gone quite a few miles now. We're well into Wales, as you can see on the follow-up click to this, guys. We're well into Wales now. She's running smooth. All the wheels are cool. They're not getting hot at all, and everything's lovely. I've got lovely new brakes. I've got lovely. The bearings are brilliant. It's you can really tell it's got new bearings on it. It's running sweet as a dream now. So hopefully that's my dilemma's over. I don't think so somehow. Keep watching the videos, guys. Anyway, we'll crack on with this. Oh, it's lovely to be back in Wales. I do love Wales. As you know, we spent some time on the Isle of Anglesey. We're in the valleys. We're back in the valleys. Lovely. Lovely. Loving it. Back out again, roaming. Back in Crystal. Oh, look at those mountains down there. Absolutely beautiful. The green, green valleys of Wales. It's lovely to be back. As I say, we're going to do mid-North Wales coast, Dolgaloo. I think it's Dolgaloo. I'm not sure you pronounce that. Forgive me. And work our way up the coast, and we'll run onto the Glyn Peninsula. And we'll do a week or so on the Glyn Peninsula while I work out what our summer plans are going to be. We might stay in Wales, I don't know. I do love Wales. I've been travelling for about 2 hours now. So I was in the garage 2 hours ago, sorting out my burning tyres, my burning wheels I should say, or brake pads anyway. But everything seems to be fine now. Nothing smells, nothing's grinding. I've certainly made a difference with those. I can feel a difference with those new front bearings on the van. It's such a lot smoother now. Lovely. Well, we've got to try and find a camp tonight. Hopefully we'll get to Dolgaloo and work our way around the estuary up there, and we may get onto the Glyn Peninsula tonight, but I doubt it. It's knocking on a bit now. Don't know what time it is. That sun's pretty low over there in the west. Great, guys. Great to be back rolling. What country is all about. See what camp we can find for tonight. It's going to be a tough one tonight because I've got short time. The sun's dropping because of all the delays we've had. Anyway, back at you in a bit, guys. See you later. And they didn't wave either. Campervan that just went by. Ignorant little tykes.